Have you ever wondered what separates people who achieve their dreams from those who simply wish they could? Why do some seem to move forward with confidence and purpose, while others feel stuck or unsure? The journey to achievement isn't just about talent or luck. It's about nurturing the right mindset, habits, and vision that guide you toward your goals. In Growth Vision, Build Your Path to Achievement, you'll embark on a step-by-step journey designed to help you cultivate these essential traits. This book will serve as your guide, offering practical, relatable advice that doesn't overwhelm, but instead empowers you to take meaningful steps forward. With each chapter, you'll build on the last, discovering how to create a vision that motivates, develop resilience to face setbacks, and harness momentum that keeps you moving. Ready to take the first step on your path to achievement? Let's begin. Chapter 1. Setting the Foundation. Defining your vision. What does it mean to have a vision for your life? Many of us hear the word vision and imagine an abstract, far-off dream. But a vision isn't simply a dream or a vague ambition. It's a clear and purposeful direction for how you want to live, work, and grow. It's the guiding force that drives you to wake up each day with intention, excitement, and a sense of purpose. Having a vision isn't about knowing every step of the way forward. It's about knowing where you want to go, no matter how long the journey may be. Think of your vision as the foundation of a house. Before any walls are put up, before a roof is added, and even before the floor is laid, the foundation must be stable and strong. Without it, the house is vulnerable to any storm, shifting winds, or changes in the ground beneath. In the same way, your vision provides the groundwork for everything you do, shaping your decisions, actions, and mindset. When you're clear on your vision, you're better equipped to handle challenges, distractions, and doubts because you know what you're working toward. A powerful example of vision in action is the story of Oprah Winfrey. Early in her life, she endured hardship and poverty, and her journey to success was anything but easy. However, she always had a clear vision of what she wanted to accomplish, not just fame or wealth, but a purpose that went beyond her immediate circumstances. Her vision was to inspire others, to bring people together through shared stories, and to create opportunities for learning and growth. This vision kept her grounded and focused, even when the obstacles seemed insurmountable. Because of this inner clarity, Oprah was able to make decisions that aligned with her larger purpose, which ultimately led her to become one of the most influential voices in media. Your vision doesn't need to be as grand as Oprah's, nor does it need to be perfectly clear from the start. It might begin as a simple idea, a whisper of something you want to create or become. The key is to listen to that inner voice and nurture it, even if you don't yet know all the details. For some, their vision is to build a meaningful career. For others, it's about leading a fulfilling personal life, learning a new skill, or making a difference in their community. Whatever your vision is, it should resonate deeply with you, filling you with a sense of excitement and possibility. Let's consider another example. Imagine someone who has a vision of becoming a musician. They may not yet know what genre they want to focus on or how they'll make a living from their music, but they feel a strong desire to create and share music. This initial spark is enough to guide their choices. They start practicing regularly, exploring different instruments, and seeking inspiration from other musicians. Over time, their vision may evolve, becoming more detailed as they discover their unique style and audience. But without that first spark, they would never have begun the journey. In the same way, the first step in building your vision is to connect with that inner sense of purpose, even if it's just a glimmer of what you want your future to look like. It's about tuning into what excites you, what keeps you curious, and what makes you feel most alive. For some, this process might take time, and that's completely normal. Your vision is something you can refine and develop as you move forward, but starting with that initial idea will help you create momentum and focus. One way to nurture your vision is by asking yourself reflective questions that dig deeper into what you truly want. Take a moment and consider, what are the activities, people, or projects that make you feel energized? When you imagine your future, what brings you the most joy and satisfaction? These questions can help you uncover a vision that feels meaningful and true to who you are. Once you've connected with your vision, it's essential to give it space to grow and breathe. Share it with someone you trust, write it down, or even create a vision board filled with images, words, and symbols that represent your dreams. The more real and tangible your vision becomes, the more powerful it will be as a source of motivation and guidance. And remember, your vision is personal. It's unique to you, so avoid comparing it to others. Focus on what feels right for you, not what you think you should want. Setting the foundation with a clear vision is not about having all the answers or knowing exactly how you'll reach your goals. Instead, it's about creating a guiding light that illuminates your path, helping you stay focused and resilient. There will be days when your vision might feel distant or even unrealistic, but that's okay. The journey is as important as the destination. And having a vision gives you a reason to keep moving forward, even when the way is unclear. To close this chapter, take some time to reflect on a single question. What is one thing you would love to accomplish, create, or experience in your lifetime? Write it down, no matter how big or small it may seem. This is the beginning of your vision, the foundation on which you'll build your path to achievement. Hold on to it, nurture it, and let it guide you as you move forward. With each step, you're laying the groundwork for a life filled with purpose, passion, and possibility. Chapter 2. The Power of Purpose. Uncovering what drives you. Purpose is the fuel that keeps us moving forward. Without a sense of purpose, even the clearest vision can feel empty and unmotivating. But when we uncover what truly drives us, it's like finding a powerful source of energy that pushes us to persevere, even when the road gets tough. Purpose is not just about having a goal. It's about understanding why that goal matters to us. It's the deeper meaning behind our actions, the reason we put in the effort and keep going. In this chapter, we'll explore how to uncover your purpose, the force that will transform your vision from an idea into a powerful, unstoppable mission. Think of someone who feels a sense of purpose in their work. For example, consider a teacher who sees their work not just as a job, but as a calling to make a positive impact on young lives. Every day, they're motivated, not by the paycheck or the recognition, but by the knowledge that they are shaping the minds of future generations. This sense of purpose helps them face the challenges and demands of teaching with resilience and dedication. When we feel that our actions are contributing to something meaningful, we're more likely to find fulfillment, even in the smallest tasks. In a different way, consider an entrepreneur who starts a business not just to earn money, but to solve a real problem. They might be passionate about environmental sustainability, so they create a company that offers eco-friendly products. This deeper purpose gives their work meaning beyond profits. They know that every sale helps reduce waste and protect the environment. When challenges arise, their sense of purpose drives them to keep pushing, finding new ways to make their vision a reality. With purpose, even setbacks become part of the journey, a reminder of why they began in the first place. But purpose isn't always obvious, and finding it can take time. Many people struggle with discovering what truly drives them, and that's okay. Sometimes purpose is revealed through exploration and experimentation. You might try different jobs, hobbies, or projects, each one giving you a clearer idea of what brings you joy and fulfillment. Purpose isn't about doing what others expect or following a path that seems right. It's about tuning in to what genuinely resonates with you, what makes you feel connected to something larger than yourself. A powerful way to start uncovering your purpose is by asking yourself questions that dig deep. What activities make you feel energized and alive? When do you lose track of time because you're so absorbed in what you're doing? What issues or causes spark your curiosity or compassion? These are clues to your purpose. Often, purpose is found at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. It's the unique blend of your talents, passions, and values. Let's look at another example. Imagine someone who has a talent for writing. At first, they might not know exactly how to turn this skill into something meaningful. They could try different paths, writing articles, working in advertising, or blogging. Over time, they might realize that what they truly enjoy is telling stories that inspire people. Their purpose, then, could be to uplift others through storytelling. Once they're clear on this purpose, their writing takes on new meaning. They no longer feel that they're just filling pages, they're creating content that brings value to others. This sense of purpose keeps them committed, even during challenging times. Discovering your purpose is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. As you grow and experience new things, your purpose may evolve. What drives you today might look different in 5 years, and that's natural. The important part is staying connected to your why and being open to change. For instance, someone who initially pursued a career in medicine to help people might later find purpose in teaching or volunteering, driven by the same desire to make a difference in people's lives. Purpose is not about a specific role or achievement. It's the essence of what makes your life feel meaningful. Purpose can also act as a compass during difficult times. When life throws obstacles in your path, reconnecting with your purpose can give you the strength to keep moving forward. For example, athletes often endure intense training, injuries, and personal sacrifices. What keeps them going is not just the desire to win, but a deeper purpose. Maybe they're motivated to inspire others, to push the limits of human potential, or to represent their community. Purpose reminds us of what truly matters, helping us to rise above challenges and stay focused on our path. As you reflect on your own journey, don't be discouraged if your purpose doesn't feel entirely clear right away. Sometimes, it's enough to have a sense of what you value and what excites you. Pay attention to the moments that make you feel connected and inspired. Over time, these moments will reveal patterns that can guide you toward your purpose. Remember, purpose isn't a destination, but a guiding force. It's about living each day with intention, knowing that your actions are aligned with something that matters to you. To conclude this chapter, take a moment to ask yourself a powerful question. What impact do I want to have on the world or on the people around me? Write down your thoughts, even if they're just ideas or feelings that come to mind. This question can help you start uncovering your purpose, giving you a sense of direction that will guide you on your journey to achievement. As you continue through this book, let your purpose serve as your compass, a source of motivation and clarity that keeps you moving forward. With purpose, every step you take brings you closer to a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. Chapter 3: Shifting Perspectives, Embracing a Growth Mindset. How often do we limit ourselves with thoughts like, "I'm just not good at this," or "this is too hard for me"? These beliefs create invisible walls that hold us back from reaching our full potential. But imagine if, instead of seeing these limitations as fixed, you viewed them as opportunities to grow. This mindset shift from seeing yourself as static to seeing yourself as capable of growth and change is known as the growth mindset. Embracing a growth mindset means believing that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. In this chapter, we'll explore how adopting a growth mindset can transform the way you approach challenges, set goals, and ultimately achieve success. A growth mindset is rooted in the idea that we're all capable of learning and improving, regardless of our starting point. When we approach life with a fixed mindset, we see our abilities as unchangeable. If we struggle with a task, we might think, "I'm just not cut out for this," or "I'm naturally bad at it." But with a growth mindset, we recognize that skills and intelligence can be developed over time. Instead of avoiding challenges, we're more willing to take them on, knowing that effort and persistence can lead to improvement. A well-known example of a growth mindset is the story of Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. In high school, Jordan was actually cut from his varsity basketball team, a devastating blow for any young athlete. Many people in his situation might have accepted this as proof that they weren't talented enough. But instead of giving up, Jordan used this setback as motivation to work even harder. He trained tirelessly, pushing himself to become stronger, faster, and more skilled. Jordan's story illustrates the power of a growth mindset. Rather than letting failure define him, he saw it as an opportunity to grow. His determination to improve transformed him from a high school benchwarmer to a global icon, all because he believed in his capacity to get better. In our own lives, adopting a growth mindset can make a powerful difference. Think about moments when you've struggled with something new, whether it's learning a language, picking up a new skill at work, or trying to improve your health. Often, we're tempted to compare ourselves to others, or to assume that because something is hard, we're just not naturally good at it. But a growth mindset reminds us that everyone starts somewhere, and improvement is possible with effort. Instead of focusing on where you are now, a growth mindset encourages you to focus on where you could be if you keep going. A practical way to cultivate a growth mindset is to reframe your self-talk. When faced with a challenge, notice the language you use. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," try replacing it with, "I can learn how to do this if I keep practicing." This small shift in language can have a significant impact on your attitude and motivation. Over time, these positive statements can help you approach challenges with a greater sense of resilience and confidence. Consider the example of learning a new language. Many people feel intimidated by the idea of speaking fluently in a language they weren't raised with. They might think, "I'm too old to learn a new language," or "I just don't have a talent for it." But with a growth mindset, these beliefs can be challenged. Instead of viewing language learning as an impossible task, someone with a growth mindset would approach it step by step, celebrating each small milestone along the way. Every time they learn a new word or understand a conversation, they recognize that they're making progress. They see each effort as an investment in their future abilities, rather than an obstacle to overcome. The growth mindset doesn't just apply to big goals, it can transform how we approach everyday tasks, too. Imagine you're faced with a project at work that seems overwhelming. Rather than thinking, "I'm not capable of handling this," try asking yourself, "What can I learn from this experience?" By focusing on the skills you're developing rather than the difficulty of the task, you shift your attention from fear to curiosity. You start to see the task as an opportunity to grow, which makes it easier to tackle. One important aspect of the growth mindset is understanding that setbacks are part of the process. When we believe that our abilities are fixed, failure feels like a reflection of who we are. But with a growth mindset, we see failure as valuable feedback. Instead of taking it personally, we view it as information that can help us improve. This perspective frees us from the fear of failure, allowing us to take risks and try new things without worrying about falling short. After all, the only real failure is in giving up entirely. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before finding a publisher for Harry Potter. Rather than letting these setbacks define her, she saw them as part of her journey, reminders of her commitment to her work. If Rowling had a fixed mindset, she might have stopped submitting her manuscript after the first rejection. But her growth mindset allowed her to keep going, and as a result, she became one of the most successful authors in history. To nurture a growth mindset, start by embracing the process of learning. Remember that growth takes time and effort, and it often involves setbacks along the way. Celebrate small wins and don't be discouraged by temporary challenges. Whether you're trying to develop a new skill, improve a relationship, or make progress toward a personal goal, recognize that each step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward growth. As we wrap up this chapter, take a moment to reflect on a simple question. What's one area of your life where you can start applying a growth mindset today? Write down a goal or task that you found challenging and consider how you might approach it differently with a growth mindset. By focusing on your capacity to learn and improve, you're already taking the first step toward a more fulfilling, resilient approach to life. Embrace the journey and remember that each effort you make is bringing you closer to realizing your full potential. Chapter 4: Building Resilience. Navigating obstacles with confidence. We all face challenges in life, moments when things don't go as planned or when we feel like we've hit a wall. In these moments, resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, becomes essential. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but rather learning to deal with it in a way that allows us to grow stronger. By cultivating resilience, we develop a mental and emotional strength that helps us handle setbacks without losing sight of our goals. This chapter explores how to build resilience and how this quality can support us through even the toughest challenges. Resilience is often compared to a tree that stands firm in a storm. When strong winds blow, the tree bends but doesn't break, returning to its upright position once the storm has passed. In life, resilience allows us to do the same, to bend under pressure, adapt to new circumstances, and regain our balance after a setback. Many people believe resilience is an inborn trait, something you either have or don't. However, resilience is a skill we can all learn and strengthen with practice. Take the example of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison's journey was filled with failures. By his own count, he tried thousands of different materials for the light bulb filament before he found one that worked. Each time he encountered a failure, he chose not to view it as a defeat, but as a lesson learned. He famously remarked, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's resilience and persistence eventually led him to one of the most important inventions in history. His ability to keep going, despite repeated setbacks, is a powerful example of how resilience can transform obstacles into stepping stones. One of the key elements of resilience is adaptability. Life doesn't always follow a straight path, and sometimes we need to adjust our approach or expectations. Think of resilience as a combination of strength and flexibility. If we try to push through every obstacle with sheer force, we risk burning out. However, when we allow ourselves to adapt by taking a different path, changing our strategy, or even adjusting our goals, we build the flexibility needed to handle whatever comes our way. Consider the story of a young athlete who dreams of competing at a national level. During training, they suffer an injury that forces them to take time off. At first, they feel devastated, as though all their hard work has been lost. But instead of giving up, they choose to adapt. They focus on rehabilitating their injury, learning about other aspects of their sport, and improving their mental game. When they return to training, they're stronger, both physically and mentally. This experience teaches them that resilience isn't just about pushing through. It's also about being willing to change course when needed. Another essential aspect of resilience is maintaining a positive outlook. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on what we can control and looking for opportunities within challenges. When faced with a setback, a resilient person asks, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I use this experience to grow?" This positive mindset helps us stay motivated, even when things aren't going our way. It encourages us to see challenges as temporary obstacles rather than insurmountable barriers. A practical example of this mindset can be seen in the life of J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. Rowling faced numerous rejections before a publisher finally accepted her manuscript. She was a single mother, struggling to make ends meet, yet she kept writing because she believed in her story. Each rejection was a blow, but she didn't let it stop her. Instead, she viewed it as part of the journey. Her resilience and positive mindset ultimately led her to achieve her dream, and her story continues to inspire millions today. One way to build resilience in our own lives is by practicing self-compassion. Often, we're our own harshest critics, especially when things don't go as planned. But beating ourselves up over failures or mistakes only makes it harder to recover. Instead, self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness, just as we would a friend who's going through a tough time. When we're gentle with ourselves, we're better able to process setbacks and focus on what we can do next. Self-compassion helps us move forward without carrying the weight of guilt or self-doubt. Another important component of resilience is building a strong support system. Resilient people recognize that they don't have to face challenges alone. They reach out to friends, family, or mentors who can provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective. Having people we can rely on gives us the strength to keep going when things get tough. It reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles, and it provides a source of hope and comfort during difficult times. Developing resilience also involves setting realistic goals and celebrating small wins. When we set ambitious goals, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged if we don't see immediate results. By breaking down big goals into smaller, achievable steps, we give ourselves the opportunity to experience progress and build momentum. Each small accomplishment reinforces our belief in our abilities, strengthening our resilience. Over time, these small wins accumulate, giving us the confidence to take on bigger challenges with courage. In your own life, think about a recent challenge you faced. How did you respond? Did you view it as a failure? Or did you try to learn from it? Building resilience takes time, and it's natural to feel discouraged sometimes. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. Remember that resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with courage and determination. To conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on this question. What is one challenge in your life that you can approach with resilience? Consider how you might view it as an opportunity to grow, rather than as an obstacle. Think about the strengths you can draw on, the support you can seek, and the small steps you can take. By embracing resilience, you're building a foundation of strength and adaptability that will carry you through any storm. Each time you choose to stand back up, you're not just overcoming a challenge, you're becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Chapter 5. Developing Habits for Success. Daily Actions That Add Up. Have you ever noticed how small, consistent actions can lead to big changes over time? Think about brushing your teeth each day, exercising regularly, or putting aside a bit of money in savings. None of these actions create noticeable results overnight, but with time, their impact is undeniable. Success, in many ways, is built on the foundation of daily habits. When we focus on creating positive routines, we set ourselves on a path toward long-term growth and accomplishment. In this chapter, we'll explore the power of habits, how they shape our lives, and how you can develop habits that bring you closer to your goals. Habits are powerful because they allow us to make progress almost effortlessly. Once a behavior becomes a habit, it requires far less mental energy. Think about the first time you learned to drive a car or cook a new recipe. It took focus and concentration. But after practicing regularly, these actions likely became second nature. This is the beauty of habits. They transform effort into routine, allowing us to achieve more without constant decision-making. When we establish habits that support our goals, we're effectively setting ourselves up for success by putting positive actions on autopilot. Consider the example of someone training for a marathon. Running 26.2 miles may seem daunting, especially for a beginner. But rather than focusing on the end goal, marathon runners break their training down into daily habits, running a few miles each day, gradually increasing the distance over time. Each run may feel small, even insignificant, but as they add up, these daily efforts build endurance, strength, and confidence. By the time race day arrives, the runner has not only trained their body, but also strengthened their mind, all because of the commitment to a simple daily habit. Building habits for success isn't about making drastic changes all at once. In fact, one of the most effective ways to create lasting habits is by starting small. This idea is often referred to as the 2-minute rule, the idea that any new habit should take no more than 2 minutes to complete. The goal is to make the habit so easy to start that it feels almost effortless. For example, if you want to build a habit of reading, start by reading just 1 page each day. Once that feels natural, you can gradually increase the time. This approach helps you overcome the initial resistance to starting and allows you to build momentum. Another key to building effective habits is linking them to something you already do consistently. This technique, known as habit stacking, involves adding a new habit onto an existing one. For example, if you want to start meditating every day, you might decide to do it right after brushing your teeth each morning. By pairing the new habit with an established routine, you're more likely to remember it and make it part of your day. Over time, the new habit becomes just as automatic as the old one. An inspiring example of the power of habits can be found in the life of Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers. Franklin famously created a system to track his personal virtues, focusing on one specific virtue each week. Every day he would reflect on his actions and note any areas where he could improve. This daily habit of self-reflection helped Franklin cultivate qualities like discipline, humility, and kindness, shaping his character and influencing his success. By setting aside just a few moments each day to work on his habits, Franklin was able to make meaningful, lasting changes in his life. It's also important to recognize the role of environment in shaping our habits. Often, our surroundings influence our behavior more than we realize. If you're trying to build a habit of eating healthier, for example, keeping fresh fruits and vegetables visible in your kitchen makes it easier to choose nutritious options. Similarly, if you want to spend less time on social media, consider removing the app from your phone's home screen. By adjusting your environment to support your desired habits, you make it easier to stay on track without relying solely on willpower. One common challenge people face when building habits is staying motivated, especially in the beginning. This is where rewards come in. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure, so associating a habit with something enjoyable can make it easier to stick with. For instance, if you're trying to establish a habit of exercising, reward yourself with a favorite smoothie afterward. Over time, your brain will start to associate the positive feeling with the habit itself, making it more enjoyable. Eventually, the habit may become its own reward as you start experiencing the benefits firsthand. However, it's essential to remember that building habits isn't a linear process. There will be days when you miss a workout, skip a page, or don't follow through with your routine. This is normal, and it's important not to be too hard on yourself. Instead of viewing these moments as failures, see them as part of the process. The key to success is consistency, not perfection. Missing a day doesn't undo all your progress. The real strength of habits lies in getting back on track, even if you've slipped up. Over time, this consistency will make your habits stronger and more resilient. To put this into perspective, imagine someone who wants to learn to play the guitar. At first, they commit to practicing for just 5 minutes each day. Over time, those 5 minutes grow into 10, then 15, as they start to enjoy the process. Some days, they might miss a session, but instead of giving up, they pick up the guitar the next day. This consistent practice, even if it's just a few minutes daily, builds muscle memory, strengthens their skills, and eventually allows them to play songs they once thought were out of reach. Their success isn't about practicing perfectly every day, but about consistently showing up over time. As we wrap up this chapter, consider this powerful truth. Success is not about making one grand gesture, but about taking small, consistent actions that align with your goals. Each habit you build is a stepping stone, bringing you closer to the person you want to become. Remember that the impact of your habits might not be immediate, but with patience and persistence, they will shape your life in meaningful ways. To help you apply this concept, take a moment to reflect on a simple question. What small habit can I start today that will bring me closer to my goals? Think about something that aligns with your vision and feels manageable, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. By focusing on this one habit, you're laying the foundation for a life of growth and success. Over time, these small actions will add up, creating lasting change that transforms your path to achievement. Chapter 6: Mastering Focus, Eliminating Distractions and Staying on Track. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From constant notifications on our phones to the endless stream of information available online, staying focused can feel like an uphill battle. Yet focus is one of the most powerful tools we have for achieving our goals. It allows us to channel our energy toward what truly matters, helping us make steady progress without being pulled off course. Mastering focus isn't about shutting ourselves off from the world, but rather learning to manage our attention so we can concentrate on what brings us closer to our vision. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of focus, how to eliminate distractions, and practical strategies to stay on track. Focus is often described as the ability to ignore what isn't important and concentrate on what is. When we're focused, we can dive deeper into tasks, find creative solutions, and work more efficiently. Just as a magnifying glass can concentrate sunlight to ignite a fire, focusing our attention on a single goal can accelerate our progress. However, the constant influx of information and demands on our time can make it difficult to stay focused for long periods. In a world that's always competing for our attention, mastering focus is about learning to prioritize and protect our mental energy. One of the most famous examples of focus in action is the story of Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Known for his intense focus, Jobs believed that saying no to distractions was essential to achieving greatness. In fact, when he returned to Apple in the late 1990s, he drastically reduced the company's product line, choosing to focus on only a few core products. By concentrating resources and attention on just a handful of items, Apple was able to innovate and produce some of the most iconic products in history. Jobs' ability to cut through the noise and focus on what mattered most was a key factor in Apple's success. To start mastering focus in your own life, it helps to identify your biggest distractions. Distractions come in many forms. Some are external, like phone notifications or noisy environments, while others are internal, like worries, daydreams, or mental fatigue. Take some time to notice what often pulls you away from your tasks. Are you frequently checking your phone? Do you find it hard to resist scrolling through social media? Or perhaps your mind tends to wander when you're working on a challenging project. Recognizing these distractions is the first step toward managing them. One simple yet effective way to reduce distractions is to create a focused environment. If you're trying to concentrate, it helps to limit external distractions as much as possible. For instance, consider setting your phone to Do Not Disturb mode or moving it out of reach when working. You might also clear unnecessary items from your workspace, leaving only what you need for the task at hand. These small changes can make a significant difference in your ability to stay focused. By creating an environment that supports concentration, you're setting yourself up for success. Another powerful technique for mastering focus is time blocking. This involves setting aside specific blocks of time for focused work on particular tasks. During each block, you commit to working on only one thing, without allowing interruptions. For example, you might decide to dedicate the first hour of your morning to a high-priority project and avoid checking email or other messages during that time. By dedicating focused time to important tasks, you're able to make more progress than if you were constantly switching between activities. Time blocking also helps prevent burnout by giving you clear boundaries for when to work and when to rest. The Pomodoro technique is a popular time-blocking method that involves working for 25-minute intervals, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 work intervals, you take a longer break, usually around 15 to 30 minutes. This approach helps keep your mind fresh and engaged, preventing fatigue that often comes from prolonged periods of focus. By breaking your work into manageable chunks, you can maintain high levels of concentration while still allowing time for rest. One real-life example of time blocking comes from the life of writer and researcher Cal Newport, known for his books on focus and productivity. Newport is a proponent of deep work, the idea that focused, undistracted work produces the best results. To achieve deep work, he schedules uninterrupted blocks of time each day for writing and research, eliminating distractions during these periods. Newport's commitment to focused time has enabled him to produce insightful work while maintaining balance in his life. His approach shows that with a little planning, anyone can create space for focused work in their daily schedule. Mindfulness is another valuable tool for mastering focus. When we're mindful, we're fully present in the moment, paying attention to what we're doing without letting our minds drift. Practicing mindfulness can help us bring our attention back to the task at hand, even when distractions arise. For example, if you find your mind wandering during a task, pause and take a few deep breaths. Remind yourself of your purpose and gently guide your attention back to what you're doing. Over time, mindfulness can improve your ability to stay focused, even in challenging situations. It's also important to remember that focus isn't about working non-stop. Breaks are essential for maintaining concentration and mental clarity. Studies show that taking short breaks can actually boost productivity by giving the brain time to recharge. When you're working on a challenging project, try stepping away for a few minutes every hour. Stretch, go for a short walk, or simply relax. These breaks help prevent mental fatigue, allowing you to return to your work with renewed energy and focus. When distractions do arise, rather than getting frustrated, try to handle them calmly and get back on track. Not every distraction can be avoided, and sometimes our minds will wander despite our best efforts. The key is to gently guide your focus back to the task without judgment. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to concentrate. Building focus is like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. As you work on mastering focus, it's helpful to set clear goals for each session. Rather than vaguely deciding to work on a project, set a specific goal, like complete the first draft or organize the research materials. Having a clear target for each focus session gives you a sense of direction and accomplishment. When you know exactly what you're working toward, it's easier to stay motivated and on task. To conclude this chapter, consider this question. What one change can I make today to create a more focused environment for myself? Maybe it's setting boundaries for phone use, arranging your workspace, or experimenting with time-blocking techniques. Whatever you choose, remember that focus is a skill you can develop. With practice and intention, you'll find that distractions lose their hold, allowing you to move steadily toward your goals. Each focused moment brings you closer to the success you envision, creating a path marked by clarity, purpose, and unwavering determination. Chapter 7. Cultivating self-belief, replacing doubt with determination. Self-belief is the foundation of every achievement. Without it, even the most promising goals can feel out of reach. When we believe in ourselves, we approach challenges with confidence and determination, viewing obstacles as stepping stones rather than barriers. Self-belief is not just about having a high opinion of oneself. It's about recognizing your potential and trusting in your ability to grow, learn, and succeed. In this chapter, we'll explore how to cultivate a sense of self-belief that empowers you to move toward your goals with courage and resolve. Self-belief is often shaped by our experiences and the messages we receive from others. From a young age, we're influenced by the opinions and expectations of those around us. Parents, teachers, friends, and society at large. If we're told we're capable and strong, we're more likely to develop confidence in our abilities. But if we're constantly criticized or doubted, we may start to question our worth and potential. Building self-belief means taking control of this inner narrative and choosing to see ourselves through a lens of possibility and growth, regardless of past experiences. A powerful example of self-belief in action is the story of J.K. Rowling. Before she became a global phenomenon with the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. As a single mother struggling to make ends meet, she had every reason to give up. But Rowling believed in her story and her ability to bring it to life. This unshakable self-belief kept her going, even when the odds were stacked against her. Eventually, her perseverance paid off, and her books went on to inspire millions. Rowling's journey shows us that self-belief can be a guiding force, helping us push through challenges and pursue our dreams, even when others don't see our potential. Building self-belief doesn't mean ignoring our limitations or pretending we're perfect. Instead, it's about acknowledging both our strengths and areas for improvement while maintaining a positive view of our potential. This mindset shift allows us to see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for growth. For instance, if you face a setback at work, instead of thinking I'm just not good enough, try reframing it as, what can I learn from this experience to improve? This simple shift in perspective reinforces self-belief by focusing on your capacity to grow and adapt. Another way to strengthen self-belief is by setting small, achievable goals that allow you to experience success. Each time you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you're capable. Imagine someone who's working toward becoming a public speaker but feels nervous about speaking in front of large audiences. Rather than diving into a high-stakes event, they might start by practicing in front of friends or joining a local speaking group. Each successful experience builds their confidence, helping them replace doubt with a growing sense of self-assurance. Over time, these small successes add up, creating a solid foundation of self-belief. Our thoughts play a powerful role in shaping our self-belief. If we're constantly telling ourselves that we're not good enough, we start to internalize this message, making it harder to take risks or pursue our goals. Positive self-talk can counteract these negative thoughts, replacing doubt with determination. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," try replacing it with, "I may not know everything yet, but I'm capable of learning and improving." This small shift in language may seem simple, but over time, it can help build a stronger, more resilient sense of self-belief. Consider the example of Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players in history. Despite facing numerous challenges, both on and off the court, Williams has consistently demonstrated a powerful sense of self-belief. Even when she's lost matches or dealt with injuries, she's remained confident in her abilities and committed to her goals. Williams often credits her mental strength as a key factor in her success. By focusing on her strengths and believing in her potential, she's been able to maintain her drive and resilience, no matter what challenges come her way. Her story serves as a reminder that self-belief is not about never facing doubts, but about choosing to believe in oneself despite them. Self-belief also involves surrounding ourselves with positive influences. The people we spend time with can have a profound impact on our mindset and confidence. When we're around individuals who believe in us and encourage us, we're more likely to believe in ourselves. Seek out friends, mentors, or colleagues who uplift you, who see your potential and encourage your growth. These supportive relationships can reinforce your self-belief, providing a network of encouragement that helps you stay determined, even during tough times. In addition to surrounding ourselves with supportive people, it's also helpful to regularly remind ourselves of our past achievements. Often, when we're facing a challenge, we forget about the times we've succeeded before. Taking a moment to reflect on past accomplishments can remind us of our strengths and reinforce our belief in our abilities. For example, if you're facing a new project that feels overwhelming, try recalling a similar project you completed successfully. Reflecting on your previous accomplishments can serve as proof of your capability, helping you face new challenges with confidence. One of the most effective ways to strengthen self-belief is by taking action, even if it feels uncomfortable. Action builds confidence by proving to ourselves that we're capable. When we hesitate or hold back out of fear, we reinforce doubt. But when we take even a small step forward, we demonstrate to ourselves that we're willing to try, that we're resilient enough to handle whatever comes our way. Each action, no matter how small, is a testament to our courage and capacity for growth. As we work to build self-belief, it's important to recognize that it's a journey. There will be days when doubt creeps in, or when challenges make us question ourselves. In these moments, it's helpful to remember that self-belief is not about being free from doubt. It's about choosing to trust in our abilities despite it. Building self-belief is like building a muscle. It takes practice, consistency, and patience. With time and effort, we can replace doubt with a deep-seated confidence that empowers us to pursue our goals with unwavering determination. To conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on this question. What's one area of your life where you can start replacing doubt with self-belief? Think about a goal or challenge that you've been hesitant to pursue. Consider how you might approach it with a renewed sense of confidence and determination. By choosing to believe in yourself, you're taking the first step toward a life filled with purpose and achievement. Let this belief be the foundation of your journey, guiding you as you move closer to the success you envision. With each step, you're proving to yourself that you have what it takes to create the life you desire. Chapter 8. Taking calculated risks. Stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth and achievement often require stepping outside of our comfort zones. While it's natural to seek comfort and stability, staying within familiar boundaries can limit our potential. Taking risks doesn't mean acting recklessly. Rather, it involves assessing opportunities, weighing potential outcomes, and making informed choices that push us toward growth. Calculated risks are intentional and thoughtful, allowing us to step beyond what feels safe while still maintaining a sense of direction. In this chapter, we'll explore the value of calculated risk-taking, how to evaluate risks, and how stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to greater success and personal development. When we think about risk, we often focus on what could go wrong. However, taking calculated risks also opens the door to what could go right. By stepping outside our comfort zones, we create opportunities to learn new skills, gain new experiences, and make progress toward our goals. Taking a calculated risk doesn't guarantee success, but it does allow us to grow in ways that wouldn't be possible if we stayed in our comfort zones. Every major breakthrough, whether in personal life, business, or science, has involved a degree of risk. By carefully evaluating and embracing calculated risks, we give ourselves a chance to achieve something greater. A famous example of calculated risk-taking is the story of Elon Musk, the entrepreneur behind companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Musk took significant risks when he invested much of his fortune into SpaceX, with the goal of making space exploration more affordable. Despite multiple failures and near bankruptcy, Musk's belief in his vision kept him going. He assessed each setback, learned from the mistakes, and made adjustments along the way. Musk's risk was calculated. He knew the challenges he faced, but he also saw the potential impact of his work. Today, SpaceX has revolutionized space travel, proving that calculated risks, when backed by careful planning and determination, can lead to groundbreaking success. For most of us, taking calculated risks doesn't mean launching rockets into space. It could be as simple as pursuing a new career opportunity, trying out a different approach to a project, or learning a new skill that might feel intimidating. The key is to start small and build your confidence with each step. For instance, imagine someone who has always wanted to start their own business but feels uncertain about the risks involved. Rather than diving in headfirst, they might begin by working on their business idea part-time, testing it out, and gathering feedback. This approach allows them to assess their progress, make adjustments, and gain confidence, all while minimizing the risk. Over time, they may feel more comfortable with the idea of fully committing to their business. To take calculated risks effectively, it's essential to evaluate both the potential rewards and the possible downsides. Ask yourself what you stand to gain and what you're willing to lose. Consider how the risk aligns with your overall goals and values. Calculated risk-taking involves careful assessment, but it also requires us to accept that some level of uncertainty is inevitable. By focusing on the potential growth and the opportunities that come with stepping outside your comfort zone, you can weigh the benefits and make an informed decision. One way to approach calculated risks is by developing a mindset of resilience and adaptability. Taking risks doesn't always lead to immediate success, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. By viewing these setbacks as learning experiences, we can bounce back stronger and more prepared for future challenges. A great example of this is Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure taught him something new, bringing him one step closer to his goal. Edison's resilience and willingness to take risks were instrumental in his eventual success. He didn't see his attempts as failures, but as necessary steps toward achieving his vision. Another important aspect of calculated risk-taking is learning to trust your instincts. While research and planning are essential, there's also value in following your gut. Sometimes our intuition tells us that an opportunity is worth pursuing, even if we can't predict the outcome with complete certainty. Many successful individuals credit their achievements to moments when they trusted their instincts and took a chance. Trusting your intuition doesn't mean acting impulsively. It means allowing yourself to recognize and value your own judgment as part of the decision-making process. Taking calculated risks also involves letting go of the fear of failure. Fear of failure can be one of the biggest barriers to stepping outside your comfort zone, but it's important to remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's often a part of the journey. Each risk, whether it leads to success or a learning experience, moves you closer to your goals. Embracing the possibility of failure allows you to take action without being paralyzed by what-ifs. When you're not afraid of failing, you're more likely to pursue opportunities that could lead to meaningful achievements. Think about a time when you took a risk and it paid off. Perhaps it was applying for a job you weren't sure you'd get, moving to a new city, or trying something new that felt challenging. Each of these moments represents a willingness to push past the comfort of the known and embrace the unknown. By reflecting on these experiences, you can remind yourself of your own ability to navigate uncertainty and make decisions that lead to growth. These memories serve as powerful reminders that you're capable of taking risks and achieving positive outcomes. To start incorporating calculated risks into your life, try setting a small, manageable goal that challenges you. This could be as simple as signing up for a class in a subject that interests you, speaking up more in meetings, or reaching out to a potential mentor. Each time you take a small risk, you build your confidence, making it easier to take on larger challenges over time. Remember that risk-taking is a skill that can be developed. The more you practice, the better you'll become at evaluating opportunities, making decisions, and embracing the growth that comes with stepping outside your comfort zone. As we conclude this chapter, consider the following question. What is one calculated risk you can take that will bring you closer to your goals? Reflect on an area of your life where you feel ready to push past your comfort zone and identify a small step that will help you move forward. By taking this first step, you're not only expanding your comfort zone but also proving to yourself that you have the courage to pursue growth. Calculated risks open the door to new possibilities, helping you discover what you're truly capable of achieving. With each step, you're not only moving toward your goals, but also strengthening your resilience, confidence, and willingness to embrace life's opportunities. Chapter 9: Harnessing Momentum, Maintaining Progress and Overcoming Setbacks. Momentum is a powerful force in any journey toward achievement. When we're moving forward steadily, each step builds on the last, creating a sense of flow and ease. However, keeping up momentum requires effort and consistency, especially when challenges arise. Harnessing momentum means learning how to sustain progress over time and finding ways to overcome setbacks without losing sight of our goals. In this chapter, we'll explore the concept of momentum, strategies to keep it going, and how to stay on track even when the journey gets tough. Momentum can be thought of as the energy that drives us forward. When we're focused and making steady progress, we feel motivated and confident. This forward movement not only brings us closer to our goals, but also boosts our confidence, making each next step a little easier. However, momentum doesn't happen automatically. It's something we create through action and consistency. By building and nurturing momentum, we can create a positive cycle where progress fuels motivation, leading to even more progress. An excellent example of momentum in action can be seen in the life of Walt Disney. Early in his career, Disney faced multiple failures, including bankruptcy and rejection from studios. But instead of giving up, he continued working on his vision, creating small animations and building a reputation. Each success, no matter how small, added to his momentum, eventually leading to the creation of Disney Studios and iconic films like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Disney's story shows us that momentum is often built gradually. By staying focused and persistent, we can create a cycle of progress that keeps us moving forward, even in the face of obstacles. One of the keys to maintaining momentum is setting manageable, short-term goals that help you see progress along the way. When we set smaller goals that are achievable in the short term, we experience the satisfaction of accomplishment, which fuels our motivation. Imagine someone who wants to run a marathon but has never trained for long-distance running. Instead of focusing solely on the end goal, they could set smaller milestones, like running a mile, then 3 miles, gradually working up to their ultimate target. Each milestone achieved builds confidence and reinforces their commitment to the bigger goal. Staying consistent is also essential for building and maintaining momentum. Often, the small daily actions we take are what keep us on track over the long term. Consistency doesn't mean making huge strides every day. It's about showing up and putting in effort, even when it feels challenging. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't see a dramatic improvement each day, but over time, that consistent habit protects your health. Similarly, In any pursuit, small actions add up to significant results, creating a sense of momentum that helps carry you through challenging moments. However, maintaining momentum also involves learning how to handle setbacks. No journey is without obstacles, and setbacks can sometimes feel like they're slowing us down or even erasing our progress. It's important to remember that setbacks are part of the process and don't have to derail us entirely. Instead of viewing a setback as a failure, try to see it as an opportunity to adjust and grow. For instance, if you miss a few days of practice or encounter an unexpected obstacle, resist the urge to give up. Take a moment to reflect on what caused the setback and how you can move forward. By treating setbacks as learning experiences, you can regain your momentum without losing your confidence. A powerful tool for staying on track is to regularly revisit your why. Remind yourself of the reasons behind your goals and why they matter to you. When motivation starts to wane or you face challenges, reconnecting with your purpose can reignite your commitment. For example, if you're working toward a career goal, remember the impact achieving it would have on your life and the satisfaction it would bring. This sense of purpose can help you push through moments of doubt and keep your momentum strong. Another effective strategy for maintaining momentum is to celebrate progress along the way. Recognizing even small achievements boosts morale and reminds you that you're moving forward. When we take time to appreciate our progress, we reinforce our motivation and enthusiasm. Think of each step forward as a win that deserves acknowledgement. For instance, if you've been working on building a new habit, like exercising regularly, celebrate each week you stick to your routine. These small celebrations create a positive association with progress, making it easier to stay committed over time. Building momentum also involves setting up systems that support your goals. A system could be as simple as a daily routine or as structured as a calendar that outlines your next steps. Systems help you stay organized and on track, especially when distractions arise. For example, if you're working on a writing project, you might set aside a specific time each day for writing, ensuring that it becomes a part of your routine. By creating a structure around your goals, you make it easier to stay consistent and build momentum. Finally, staying adaptable is crucial for maintaining momentum. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes our plans need to shift. When we're flexible and open to adjustments, we're better able to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding alternative ways to pursue them. For instance, if you're unable to follow your usual exercise routine, find another way to stay active. By being adaptable, you ensure that temporary obstacles don't stop your progress entirely. Let's consider the example of an artist working on a long-term project. The artist may face creative blocks or periods of low motivation. Instead of giving up or putting the project aside, they could find small ways to keep the momentum going, like working on a different part of the project, seeking inspiration from other sources, or experimenting with new techniques. By staying adaptable, the artist maintains forward motion, even if it's slower than expected. This approach keeps their passion alive and allows them to continue progressing despite temporary challenges. As we reach the end of this chapter, remember that momentum is about consistent action, adaptability, and resilience. Every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the larger journey. By focusing on steady progress, celebrating achievements, and staying connected to your purpose, you can create and sustain the momentum needed to reach your goals. Momentum isn't a sprint, it's a steady climb, with each step bringing you closer to your vision. To close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on this question. What is one small action you can take today to build momentum toward your goal? Identify a simple, manageable step that you can incorporate into your routine. By committing to this small action, you're setting yourself up for continuous progress and long-term success. Each step you take strengthens your momentum, propelling you closer to the life and achievements you envision. Chapter 10. Embracing your growth vision, sustaining long-term achievement. As we reach the final chapter, it's time to bring together everything you've learned on this journey. You've explored how to define your vision, build resilience, create habits, and sustain momentum. Now, the focus shifts to embracing this vision as a guiding force in your life, allowing it to inspire and direct your actions as you move forward. Sustaining long-term achievement means staying committed to your vision, even as life changes. It's about nurturing a mindset that supports growth and fulfillment, so your path continues to evolve and bring purpose to your life. A growth vision is more than a set of goals. It's a way of approaching life that centers on progress, learning, and adaptability. While goals are specific and measurable, a growth vision is broader, guiding you even when specific goals have been reached. Embracing this vision helps you stay motivated and focused, even when the details of your journey shift. Think of your growth vision as a compass that keeps you aligned with what truly matters, no matter where the path may lead. When you embrace this perspective, you're open to new opportunities and resilient in the face of challenges, knowing that each experience contributes to your overall journey. One inspiring example of someone who embraced a growth vision is Maya Angelou, the renowned poet, author, and civil rights activist. Angelou's life was filled with diverse experiences, from acting and dancing to writing and teaching. Through it all, her growth vision centered around using her voice to inspire, educate, and empower others. This vision wasn't tied to a single job or title, but rather reflected her deep commitment to making a positive impact. Angelou's work evolved over the years, but her purpose remained constant, guiding her through every chapter of her life. By embracing her growth vision, she continued to learn, create, and contribute, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire others. To sustain long-term achievement, it's important to remain flexible and open to change. Life rarely follows a linear path, and our journey is often filled with unexpected twists. Embracing a growth vision allows you to adapt to new circumstances without losing sight of your purpose. For example, imagine someone who dreams of a career in education, but life takes them in a different direction. By staying connected to their growth vision, helping others learn and grow, they can find ways to fulfill this purpose, whether through volunteering, mentoring, or starting a blog to share knowledge. This flexibility allows them to stay true to their vision, even if their path looks different than they initially imagined. Another key to sustaining long-term achievement is to continually set new challenges that align with your growth vision. When we stop challenging ourselves, we risk becoming stagnant. Setting new goals keeps us engaged, curious, and motivated to keep growing. Consider an entrepreneur who successfully launches a business. Once they've reached their initial goals, they might seek out new challenges, such as expanding the business, mentoring others, or starting a new project. Each new challenge adds depth to their journey, allowing them to continue evolving in alignment with their growth vision. Reflection is a powerful tool for staying connected to your growth vision. Taking time to reflect on your progress, experiences, and lessons learned allows you to see how far you've come and where you want to go next. Reflection helps you reconnect with your purpose, gain clarity, and make intentional choices moving forward. You might set aside time each month to journal about your progress, celebrate your achievements, and identify any areas for improvement. This practice helps you stay grounded in your vision, ensuring that your actions continue to support your long-term goals. Celebrating your achievements is also essential for sustaining motivation and enthusiasm. Each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. Recognize your accomplishments, whether they're major milestones or small victories along the way. Celebrating your progress not only boosts morale but also reinforces your commitment to your growth vision. For instance, if you've reached a personal goal, take a moment to acknowledge the effort and dedication it took. This practice of celebration keeps you motivated and reminds you that every step is part of a meaningful journey. An important part of embracing your growth vision is surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth. The people we associate with can have a profound impact on our mindset, motivation, and overall well-being. Seek out relationships that inspire you, challenge you, and align with your values. Being around positive, growth-oriented individuals can reinforce your commitment to your vision, helping you stay motivated and focused. These relationships provide a network of support that encourages you to keep moving forward, even during challenging times. As you continue on your journey, remember that setbacks are a natural part of growth. Embracing your vision doesn't mean avoiding challenges, it means facing them with courage and resilience. When setbacks arise, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Each challenge you overcome adds to your strength and experience, bringing you closer to realizing your vision. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, who faced numerous obstacles on her path to success. Despite a difficult childhood and setbacks early in her career, she stayed true to her vision of inspiring and empowering others. Her resilience allowed her to overcome adversity, creating a legacy that has impacted millions. Staying committed to your growth vision also involves practicing gratitude. By appreciating the progress you've made and the experiences you've gained, you create a positive mindset that fuels your journey. Gratitude reminds you of the value of each step, helping you stay motivated and content, even when the road is challenging. Consider starting a gratitude practice, such as writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This habit fosters a sense of fulfillment and reinforces your connection to your growth vision. As we bring this chapter and your journey through this book to a close, remember that embracing your growth vision is an ongoing process. It's not about reaching a final destination, but rather about continually evolving, learning, and growing. Your growth vision is a dynamic, living part of you that will change as you change. Let it guide you, inspire you, and help you navigate life with purpose and passion. With each step you take, you're creating a path of fulfillment and achievement built on the foundation of your unique vision. To conclude, take a moment to ask yourself this question. What is one step I can take today to fully embrace my growth vision? Think about an action, big or small, that aligns with your purpose and brings you closer to the life you envision. By embracing this step, you're not only moving toward your goals, but also strengthening your commitment to a life of continuous growth and fulfillment. Each day, you have the opportunity to build on this vision and creating a future filled with purpose, passion, and endless possibilities. Conclusion. As we conclude this journey, remember that building a life of achievement and purpose starts with a clear vision, backed by resilient habits, self-belief, focus, and a willingness to step beyond comfort zones. Each chapter in this book has provided you with tools to cultivate a growth-oriented mindset, sustain momentum, and embrace a path of continuous progress. By applying these principles, you're setting yourself up for a life filled with intentionality, fulfillment, and lasting success. Thank you for taking the time to explore these insights with us, and we hope they inspire meaningful changes in your life. If you found value in this content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring videos. Your support means a lot, and we look forward to continuing this journey of growth with you.